Now to the January 6th insurrection and the congressional hearing on it. Police officers who protected the Capitol on January 6th, they gave emotional testimony in the first hearing of the Select Committee investigating the events of that day. They relived the harrowing moments. They say stay with them every day. You could see it written in their faces. Moments when rioters shouted, "Kill him with his own gun, and you're going to die," and far worse. ABC's Kira Phillips joins us live from Capitol Hill with more. Kira, you were there today for this hearing. I was watching it back here. What stood out for you from this hearing?
I'll tell you what, Terry, because we live here in D.C., we're in the same bureau. We always reflect on times like this together, and I'm curious to see if you feel the same way as well. As I was watching this hearing, it was just so different from what we've experienced within the past couple of years. From the police officers and their testimony, it was so emotional. They were wiping away tears. They were catching their breath. They were at times shaking and taking a glass of water. And then even the committee members, Terry, usually there are a number of committee members who are grandstanding and they want to have the question that goes viral and they want to create drama and theater within the hearing. And that just simply didn't happen today. It was very emotional and respectful and direct and straightforward. But what really struck me was the Capitol Police officer, Sergeant Gonell, because not only is he a police officer, he also served in Iraq. He was an Army soldier. And when he said that what he experienced on the Hill that day was more scary than anything he ever experienced in Iraq, that struck me. Being to Iraq 4 times, embedded in war zones, seeing what kind of destruction and what terrorists had done to American troops and to the Iraqi people, for him to say that about how he felt here in the United States of America on the Hill, that really struck me today, Terry.
And let's talk about politics for a moment, Kira. You mentioned that, because Speaker Pelosi decided to reject 2 of the proposed members from GOP leader Kevin McCarthy, we have a very different feel in there. Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, they're mocked as Pelosi Republicans. But I wonder if Jim Jordan or some of the other sort of hardcore Trump partisans were in there, do you think we would have had a hearing which might have been messier, but truer to the spirit of the country?
Oh, I think it would have been a totally different vibe, energy, Terry, absolutely. And Kinzinger and also Cheney made it very clear that they were here, they had a duty to be here for democracy, for their job, and they were going to rise above politics. Interesting to note, though, some of the most powerful political statements about politics were made by the police officers themselves. Take a listen.
What makes the struggle harder and more painful is to know so many of my fellow citizens, including so many of the people I put my life at risk to defend, are downplaying or outright denying what happened. I feel like I went to hell and back to protect them and the people in this room. But too many are now telling me that hell doesn't exist, or that hell actually wasn't that bad. The indifference shown to my colleagues is disgraceful.
Us 4 officers, we would do January 6th all over again. We wouldn't stay home because we knew it was going to happen. We would show up. That's courageous.
Also, Terry, you probably noticed you didn't hear them say the name Trump, but you did hear Officer Dunn say the word hitman. All of those officers making it clear they want accountability. And they said to the committee members, we want to see members of leadership held accountable for what they knew and what they did that day that led to that insurrection. So it'll be interesting to follow what the committee does next, and if indeed we do see some subpoenas, possibly the president, those around him within the White House, not out of the question, according to the chairman, whom I was able to speak to this afternoon.
And those are the critical questions going forward. Kira Phillips, thanks for being there for us.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.